Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Teresa here with a layout for the Allison Pennington creative team. I'm working with the Yearbook collection. This is specifically a school-themed collection full of tongue-in-cheek kind of fun little elements here that we love Allison for. And so I've decided to use this for a layout to document Asher's last day of 11th grade. And so a couple of things I've done. I've got my photo printed out. I printed out this element from one of the pattern papers onto vellum. And then this is my background here with two of the pattern papers and some of the mixed media, some of the doodles that are included in this collection, and the stitching and sequins and those adorable little tiny blue and magenta flowers. I've also got a little plate of ephemera here and some strips of pattern paper. All of this was planned out in Photoshop and then brought into the silhouette for printing and cutting. These are the clouds that I also printed on vellum, just to give a little see-through effect there. And so let's go ahead and jump on into the process. So I'm going to adhere the photo with the rainbow, because of course when you work with vellum, you have a unique challenge of how to hide the adhesive. So I'm going to tuck the adhesive underneath the photo here where they meet in kind of the center, but it is a little bit off center. And I'm doing another one of these almost divided in 4 sections kind of layouts, but it's really going to be the 3 sections. The rainbow on one side, the photo on the other side, and then underneath to balance that all out is going to be the title and other embellishments as to make it fun, right? So I've got these 2 strips of pattern paper. Since I already had planned this, I just went ahead and sent the strips of paper to the silhouette to have the silhouette print and cut it, which, you know, saves a little bit of time for you. And those are going to be the back pieces behind the title. So the title, I've used one of the alphabets in the collection, and it reads Bye Bye 11th Grade. And so hopefully what I'm hoping is that those paper strips help it bounce a little bit better off the page, so you can read it a little bit easier. And then the journaling is actually one of the patterned cards in the collection, and I sized it down a little bit, and this is the bottom of that journal card. And so I went ahead and added my journaling in Photoshop to make that also a little bit easier. And notice how I have that little mustard doodle almost underneath the journal card there, just as a kind of home base. And those doodles do serve as a home base for further embellishments. And so you can see where I'm adding this embellishment cluster next to the beginning of the title here, drawing your eye in to where it's probably naturally going to start by looking at the title and reading from left to right. And so when you hit the first word by, you're also going to see the button, the strawberry, and the little rainbow that I've popped up with a pop dot. And those are also going to have a little vellum cloud as a home base. And that home base also includes the red Stay Cool word strip. And then I also pulled this is the class of 2023 word strip in the collection and a little label underneath it that has the date. Those just continue a little stack of elements underneath the buy. And then some little florals here that kind of bring this on around. And even though there's a direct line going through almost the middle of the page with the title, there's also kind of a circular movement that's going around the page. Obviously, the rainbow sets that tone for a quarter of the circle, right? And so your eye also starts at the top of that rainbow and swirls around, comes around down by the title, around the florals underneath the title and underneath the journal card, and then up around the 3x4, which isn't glued down yet, and back to the beginning of the rainbow. And that's kind of a fun effect. That's really, what we want is for you to park here for a minute and experience this moment of, everything about the word strips and the journaling and the school's out for the summer, word art. All of these things say, yay, 11th grade is done. Yay, Asher is excited to be done with this year, along with their expressions on their face. They're just hanging out by the by the sidewalk here and feeling that relief of having another school year done. And so some other little things that I've added around, some of the buttons from the collection, some of the floral elements. You'll notice that there's kind of a formula going for each of the clusters. It's some kind of doodle or a vellum element with a scalloped circle, and then florals on top of that, or buttons or whatever, plus that little 3x4 equals 7. And then a major element I feel like at the top is that cute little folded star. And I'm not sure how I came to put that there, but I really like it as a main sort of element here. Kind of a punctuation for what I think is this is an important part of the layout right there by Asher's face, right? Where she's smiling and she's happy and excited. And so the layout now is complete. I will have links to the yearbook collection down below for you. Thank you so much, as always, for watching and for being here. And I will see you back here again real soon. Bye-bye.